What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Welcome to episode 13 of the Blaugrana Faithful Discussion. And today we're going to be reviewing the transfer window for Barcelona that, of course, just concluded about a week ago. And also, we're going to do our season predictions as well. And of course, I have with me Blaugrana Planet. A lot of you guys are asking me to bring him on to continue the tradition from last year. And I brought him back. How are you today?
Hey, thank you so much, Barcelo. It's a pleasure to join your channel always. Great community got going there, and excited to start debating.
So what we're gonna do, boys, we're gonna go through the whole entire transfer window for Barcelona. We're gonna talk about the great work that the Barcelona board did. Of course, they had a plan before the summer begun, and they executed that plan to perfection. Of course, a lot of signings, a lot of exits. We're gonna go through each one quickly, give you our opinions, look at the squad overall, rate the window, and then give our predictions for the season. So let's start off, of course, with the signings. The first signing on paper during the window was Pablo Torre, very expensive for a B player, but looks like now he wants to be in the first team. He's going to get integrated to the first team as well. What do you think about Pablo Torres signing? Of course, I think he was around 5 million euros. Great talent. We saw him a little bit in preseason, not too much like we wanted to see him. How do you think his signing will come about for Barcelona?
Well, definitely, we want to invest in young talent. I think we're doing very well ahead of other clubs. Real Madrid, they're buying already made talent. They're not betting on younger Spanish talent. By the way, if you look at the Barca team, it's full of Spanish nationals, and we're buying their young promises, their young talents. So I think that's important, very important. In regards of Pablo Torre, it's a little bit of uncertain what's going to happen with him this season, right? Is he going to play in the B team? Is he going to play in the first team? I don't know. Looking at the first half of the season, basically pre World Cup, I think we have a very busy and difficult schedule for him to get enough minutes to develop. In the B team, it's a league lower from where he was playing in Racing de Santander. He was playing in second division. Um, uh, to me, it's a splendid player. A splendid player. We're not going to compare him. Some people call him the next Pedri, etc. Pablo Torre is Pablo Torre. It's not the next Pedri. It's Pablo Torre, and I think he can develop very nicely, and certainly Barca style of player. Therefore, very welcome, very welcome. And by the way, the 5 million euro possibly includes some hidden variables in there, but we will see.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah. Well,
if
I
he
think with
doesn't explode like Pedri did, then
he
we're
should
not
be
gonna pay
fine.
these. Yeah.
The thing is with Pablo Torre is that he's registered with Barcelona B, but he's not playing for them. Apparently, he's disappointed. He wanted to be in the first team or go back to Racing Santander. So it's a bit of a weird situation for me. Apparently, during the World Cup, he's gonna play for the B team, but now he doesn't want to. He'd rather just train with the first team and go on and just hope he gets a chance here and there, which I think is very, very strange for a player like his age and his ranking, you know. But we'll wait and see how it goes. I think now with Pjanic leaving soon, I think he'll get his moments, he'll get his minutes, but it's
Right.
about him taking up those opportunities. So we'll wait and see how he does. The next signings were, of course, the two free agents in Kessie and Christensen. I think in our last live stream, we talked about it a little bit. So we both know these two are coming in as squad players, bringing some good competition in the team. I think so far Christensen has been the more surprising, more better signing because Kessie does have a lot of competition in the midfield. What do you think these two players will bring for Barcelona during the season?
I think both of them are very good rivals. First of all, they're coming in a free. Okay, they're for free. Their market value is about 45 million euro for Kessie and 35 for Christensen. It's good. Obviously, we're not going to sell them tomorrow for this amount, but maybe in a year or so, we could ask for a transfer fee if there's another club that wants them, and we can find a replacement. And it's market opportunity. We should grab the market opportunities. Not any market opportunity. Kessie brings physicality to the team. He's not a Busquets replacement. He doesn't play in that position. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, put Kessie instead of Busquets." Well, he's not. It's not his position. Okay, he's more of a Gavi kind of style player, already made, more experience. And tomorrow, for example, against Platzen, I would play Kessie. Kessie. Kessie is a different style of player. We need different style of players for different kind of games. We're gonna find different teams. Frankfurt last season, for example, was very physical as well, and we kind of lacked a player like Kessie. In terms of Christensen, I think um, there's something mental that's around that's scaring me a little bit, because there's some rumors saying that, well, he gets very nervous in big games.
Yeah, I seen
Well,
that.
guess what? Barca is only big games, and we've seen it, right? With this Champions League draw and everything that's going on, and the schedule that we have. But definitely, he has the quality, and he has the basically getting the ball through to the midfield, even to the forward positions. That's what Xavi wants, right? A defender that can pass the ball, tiki taka, and then has that mentality. Christensen can do it. He's coming on a free. Barca needed defenders. Welcome Christensen, and then, look, he's ahead of Piqué in many points in many games actually.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What Christian said, I think it's weird about that sickness stuff too. I read from Chelsea fan to say that, oh, every time you need him the most, he'll get sick, or he'll get some weird injury. Like we saw him against Sevilla, he was sick, so he couldn't travel. I think for the Joan Gamper, he was having some issues, and he couldn't play as well. So we'll see how it goes. I think if it picks up a lot, the media will pick it up too. Then you'll see the Catalan press start writing about it, stuff like that. But now
right.
it's only
That's not
one or
gonna be,
two.
yeah.
We'll see.
That's not gonna be beneficial for him. Barca's mediatic pressure from the press, from the fans, can destroy a player's mentality. We've seen it with, for example, Coutinho, Andre Gomez, many other players that got destroyed by the fans, by the media, and it's a lot of pressure playing for Barcelona. Camp Nou, 90,000 people watching right there, but then how many people are watching the game from their homes? It's
Millions.
incredible. And then social media is savage, and we will see. But for example, for the Gamper, I think he had fever and stuff. Gamper against Pumas. If you're afraid in the game, man, man, we can already trade you, man. You can already start leaving. But
Well,
I don't think.
he played the Champions League final for Chelsea against Manchester City.
Yeah, no.
So
To me, I think it's a little bit of a rumor. It's a little bit of
speculation.
a conspiracy speculation that they're trying to
Uh,
create. But so let it play. Let's not kill the player before he even played a few games.
yeah.
Let him have his chance.
Yeah, I think we can both agree that these are going to be two great signings, whether we keep them for the future or even sell them on for the future. Let's hope it's not Memphis where we let them go for free again. But I think these two players, both free agents, will come into great hand for Barcelona. Now, the next signing was Raphinha. Now, I looked at the video that we did before the summer started, and you were saying for 45 million or more, I wouldn't get Raphinha. And I think we got him for, I think, 50, 60. All the rumors were different. So I know our opinions has changed since then. The situation, the transfer saga for him was crazy. Us and Chelsea back and forth. Him and Deco doing magic. We all know now his signing is fantastic, but I want to ask you more, Lee, on the price. What do you think about the price that we paid for Raphinha?
Well, obviously, with all the financial crisis, it's difficult to think about paying 40, 45 million for Rafinha. We paid even more. Um, the financial levers, there's a lot of things that we don't know about these financial levers, and that will never know, because all of this is confidential. Right now, all the information that's gone out, it's leaks, and possibly it's also speculations from journalists, and there's a lot of things we don't know. Raphinha, great talent. You're broke, and maybe you want to invest that money. I was afraid maybe we could only sign one player, maybe Lewandowski or Raphinha. Then hold on, man,
Yeah,
invest in Lewandowski.
yeah,
But man, we ended up signing all these players. So man, Maestro Mateu Alemany, Joan Laporta. Let's not forget, Mateu Alemany is getting tremendous credit for all of this because he deserves it. But Laporta is the one who put him there. Laporta is the one who gave him trust. And Laporta is also the one who endorsed a few millions to register Kounde lately, and has done negotiations within La Liga to stop the CBC deal, or to try to negotiate the CBC deal. And on the other hand, signing this agreement with the Sixth Street, so we could sell the TV rights and get Raphinhas, get Lewandowski's, etc., etc. So I think it's a tremendous board of directors. If they were improvising, like a lot of people would like to say, man, I would let them improvise the whole mandate, man, because this is spectacular. So
I think it's more crazy that we got him for a bit less than what Chelsea bid for him. I think the Leeds president came out saying that, oh, the bid was the same, just different structure. Like we pay this now, pay this later, so kind of installments. But so the Catalan press is saying that we paid 48 plus 10. Everyone else is saying we paid 58 plus 10, which both are still less than what Chelsea paid. Like the magic that the board did on this deal is ridiculous. Of course, we wish Leeds got relegated. 25 million euros for Raphinha would have been a disgusting deal, but the reality is paying what the price that we paid for him will come in success. Xavi's the one who wanted him. He said, "Look, I want this winger." When Xavi says, "Give me this player," you have to deliver it. I think the plan B was Di Maria, Adi, and Yanazai. Like at that point, you just want
No,
to
no,
pay
no.
whatever Leeds
I
want
mean,
to get that
you
money,
know,
right?
I would. I think let's be patient also with Rafinha.
Mhm.
He's very good starting now, but you never know. Huh? You never know. There's many years in the contract. Anything can happen, and I wouldn't get like be like, wow, Rafinha next to Ronaldinho, but just he's good, and let him. Let's see. I trust in Rafinha, but anything
Mhm.
can happen, and I don't want to get my hopes up. Like we have a super team now, but we need to play it out. We need to have the chemistry. Xavi needs to find the ways. Rafinha needs to find the goals, the assists. Lewandowski needs to score his 40, 50 goals. Things need to
Mhm.
happen. Like Romero likes to say, things are happening. Well,
Mhm.
we need these things to happen in the pitch, not in
Yeah.
the phone in the phone conversations or in the meetings, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rafinha, good, good, good.
Yeah.
Did
I
I
think we're
pay
both.
45 to hit for him? Maybe in that moment, no. But if they told me, look, you're gonna have 150 million to sign, then what are the
Yeah,
other
the
options?
situation did change a lot with Raphinha. Even I was saying that I wouldn't pay over. I said I wouldn't pay over 50 million together, like package add-ons, all that stuff.
Hmm.
I still think at this moment we did overpay, but I think we are gonna get that quality play that we are looking for, right? And we
I
have the
mean, yeah,
money, so that's the reality. But
for
the other
sure, for
player that you
sure.
did mention in the talk was, of course, the next signing, Robert Lewandowski, who of course is the marquee signing, the big signing of the summer.
Yeah,
I think
boy.
in the video that we did last, you said pay whatever, but not over 50. In the end, we paid 50 as a package. Of course, this Lewandowski saga was a bit crazy too. Back and forth with Bayern Munich. He's coming out in the press every day. I want to go Barcelona. I want to go Barcelona. In the end, we got the agreement with Bayern Munich. What a signing, man. I don't even have the shirt, the kits this season because he keeps selling them out. I can't even get any of the kits. So
Dude,
it's
it's
been
it's
a
it's
fantastic signing for
impossible.
Barcelona
Yeah,
financially for the
yeah.
shirts and for the sponsorships. But how do you think he'll do on the pitch?
I mean, we've seen it. Lewandowski is a leader. He's already taking the lead of this club. Very young team, and he's obviously possibly the player that you can look up to and be like, man, I'm playing with Lewandowski. Before we had Messi, now it's like, oh man, Lewandowski. Who's this guy, man? This guy scored 50 goals in the last 5 seasons. 50 goals. And you can tell me, oh, the Bundesliga, whatever. Man, Champions League was in there. He even won the Champions League with Bayern Munich. And it's a remarkable player. We've seen it. This guy smells the goal. And Lewandowski, not only that, the clear leadership that we've seen talking to the young players, I think is going to be tremendous. And also Xavi can get an incredible tactical experienced player and combine the knowledge with Xavi. I think it's going to be immense. Lewandowski is a sure bet.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay 50 million. Pay them 50 million. I bet we already made 10 million euro on this shirt.
Probably, to be honest.
Maybe not 10 million, but it is
I
true
think
that
just in his shirt sale alone, I think we at least broke even. I think even in the long run
no,
too.
no,
Look,
not at all. No, no,
it's
no.
only been a few months now. I
Yeah,
think if
but
you think consider maybe the whole year, I think we could make the money back in
no,
the
no, no,
shirts.
not at all, not at all. Because first of all, from the shirt that we
Nike
sell,
does take half, I think. Yeah.
there's a little margin that we actually win. So if they say, oh, we sold 10 million worth of shirts. Well, Barcelona didn't get 10 million clean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There is the cuts for intermediaries, for shops, maybe Nike possibly. Also, there is the taxes, and things will be diminished to a few million, but still, not only the shirts. You're talking about sponsors. You're talking about the other TV rights, the 75% TV rights that we still have remaining. And man, this is looking great in all terms. Camp Nou capacity is back at 90,000 every game. And this is the Laporta effect, not Lewandowski, Laporta effect. Of course, Lewandowski too, but this is the Laporta effect. Guys, here every time we do 90,000 people watching the game, there we're creating 3-4 million euros, and that's possibly going, a good part, possibly half of it is going to our pockets. And last year it was half of the people, and a lot of them,
40,000, 50,000.
and a lot of them were season pass holders, which they pay much less. Because if I make a calculation of what I pay every game, I made it the other day, I pay around 20, I think it was 23 euros. It does, because I pay for the whole season.
Yeah.
So it comes down to 23 euros every game. It doesn't matter if it's El Clásico. It doesn't matter if it's the Champions League quarterfinals, semifinals. It doesn't matter. So I pay less. But all these tourists that come, they're paying 50, 80, 100, 200. Man, these VIP tickets, they cost maybe 500, 1,000. There's boxes. We're making tons of money in this thing. And that's thanks to players like Lewandowski, that they attract the people. And the levers are here to attract people and to attract money, to attract sponsors, to bring Barcelona back to where we deserve. We needed to take the risk, of course, because if we didn't take the risk of signing Raphinhas, Lewandowskis, etc., pulling all these levers, we would have downgraded into nothing. And Braithwaite would still be our number 9, and the star of the team would be Memphis Depay. And, we would hope Pedri can be the next Messi, but, Pedri's not going to do it alone. Pedri's going to get fried if he was alone.
Yeah, like Coleman plays like 75 games in a season.
Exactly. So that's the thing. These levers were important. Now we're taking risk. Of course, we're taking risk. Can we disappear in 3 years? Absolutely not. That's absolute
no chance.
No chance. That's absolute. These people don't know what they're talking about. Barcelona, with all these levers, they lost 5% of their revenue a year. 5% of the revenue a year they lost. Are we gonna go? Oh, the club is done because we lost 5% of the revenue. Man, we're still gonna make it up, of course, with getting further into the Champions League, winning titles, maybe Copa del Rey, La Liga, selling shirts, getting the stadium full. It's all about this, and obviously, Laporta has done amazing. I don't know what Mr. Victor Font would have done with his PowerPoints and his Tito Blanco as the sports director. Man, we would be nowhere near where we are now. No, you can forget about Raphinha. You can forget about all these people, because Mateu Alemany has the experience. He has the experience. He has the contacts, and Laporta has the contacts as well.
Yeah,
Pini Sahabi, friend of Laporta.
He was at his birthday party the other day. That's how close they are.
At his birthday party. Of course, the commission, 5 million euro commission to
5 years for 3 years.
He can invite Laporta to a great
so
dinner.
If we really calculate it all together, it was 70 million for Lewandowski with the commission of his agent.
Yeah, but
he did put a lot of work in. He did do like months of negotiation and intermediate between. Yeah,
Laporta is also friends with Jorge Mendes.
Yeah,
and rest in peace, Mino Raiola as well. He was good friends. It's the connections. Victor Font, connections with who? With some guy in Dubai, and this guy from Man City that they're going to sell us Ferran Torres and Eric Garcia. We're lucky.
Like even Hector Bellerin and Alonso said today in their presentation, football nowadays is all about connection. When you know connection, everything that can become possible. Like if Hector Bellerin did not play for Barcelona before, I don't think we would have signed him. I think that with him knowing who's there, his agent knowing this stuff too, all makes the signing happen. It puts his name on the table. The club think about it. So football nowadays is all about connection, right? And I think Laporta, what he's done this summer with his connection with all the agents that he's worked with. Deco, keep in mind Deco for Raphinha. Without Deco, no chance would have gotten Raphinha, and with that connection as well.
These connections, man, they are gold. And Tito Blanco, Victor Font, nothing. No, they have nothing.
Let them talk. They do their talking outside the pitch. We'll do our talking on the pitch. So it is that. But of course,
when we win titles, they're gonna come out. They're gonna do a press conference. Oh, I think we're Barca. Careful, we're in crisis. Careful. We need to recover the debt. They're gonna make up some crap. So they get people scared, and Laporta doesn't win the elections once again because, man, this is going to happen. I mean, at this pace, obviously it's too early, guys. We've been 2 months in the season, 1 month in the season.
Yeah.
But it's looking good.
We'll see. We all know. We both, you and I both know. Everyone in the chat knows that Lewandowski is going to be a great player for Barcelona. He'll be even the captain next year if the captains now end up leaving. So we'll wait and see. But the next big signing for the summer was, of course, Jules Kounde, around the same price as well. And again, like Raphinha, big saga too. You know, he's about to go to Chelsea. He's gonna go to train with Sevilla in preseason. Then he didn't. But I said this at the beginning of the window. If I could pick any center back in the world to sign, it's Kounde. We talked about this too in the live stream
Same.
before the window. The two main names were Koulibaly, Kounde. Koulibaly, good now, cheaper, older. Kounde can become better than Koulibaly, more expensive, difficult with Sevilla. We're talking that video, 70 million for Kounde, 30, 40 million for Koulibaly.
Right.
Koulibaly did go to 40 million for Chelsea, but Barcelona got the same price as well for Kounde. Absolutely brilliant negotiation. What do you think about this deal?
Definitely, he's the man. I mean, Kounde million times over Koulibaly. Why? Because he has the vision. We saw the pass towards Lewandowski within the Sevilla game. That's what this guy can do. He can also go as a attacking player. He has headers. Koulibaly is more of a static player. He's like a Araujo. He's already experienced Araujo, made Araujo, boom, big guy.
Good point. Yeah.
Fast, he can go in the cut. Boom, you found Koulibaly, man. He's coming running to you. You're dead. Kounde, possibly, maybe not. But Kounde is going to be like a kind of Kante guy style of play. He's going to be like attacking you. And then he steals the ball from you. Boom, he makes the right pass. That's exactly what Barcelona need. And I'm happy, man. To me, at the level of Lewandowski, deciding, because Kounde, I saw him play in Sevilla. I was like, man, this guy is.
Again, like I said, if you told me begin the window, pick one center back from Barcelona sign, we said Kounde, Xavi said Kounde, and this board made it possible. We looked at before the window. Oh, Sevilla want 70 million euros before they go to preseason. They're also going to ask for his 80 million euro release clause. And we got him for 50 plus, I think, 5 or 10 in variables. It's world-class deal for Barcelona. You and I are both satisfied with it, and we all know he'll come in handy. Right back, center back, wherever you want him. And he's going to grow, too. He's still very young. He's part of the young generation of Barcelona. He's already good now. Imagine at his prime when he's 28, 29, 30 years old. He's going to be an absolute beast. But we'll see how it goes. You and I, again, we're both very satisfied with this deal. Next signing were the final two signings on deadline day, both free agents, because Alonso was part of the Aubameyang deal, blah, blah, blah. And then Bellerin on a free deal. Now, Bellerin is the only player that we signed that Xavi did not ask for. Xavi wanted to ask for Laporta. The club said to him, how about Juan Foyth? He said, okay. Last second, Bellerin or nothing. He said, okay, bring Bellerin. Alonso, we all know from April, March time that Xavi wanted him. What do you think about these two signings? I think for me, Alonso, if Xavi asks for him, you bring him in. Xavi knows more about football than me. He knows more about football than you. If he wants this player, free deal, you bring him in. I think Bellerin is better than nothing. I would rather sign Bellerin than sign no one, because then you only have Roberto as natural. He's not even a natural right back. With the only natural right back, you could play Kounde, you could play Araujo, but you don't have that natural option. So I think Bellerin, 1 year deal, same wages. I think maybe even a bit under than Serginho Dest's wages. It's a no-brainer for me. What do you think about these two deals?
Definitely patches.
I think Bellerin more patch. I don't think Alonso's a patch because he's been the plan since.
But
March,
it's kind
right?
of a patch. It's kind of a patch because the position, you have Jordi Alba, you have Balde. You don't need to invest greatly in the position, so it's still a patch, planned patch. It's not like a last minute patch like Bellerin. They planned it because they were like, look, let's invest in other positions, center back, forwards, wingers. These positions that I just mentioned are very, very costly. They're very expensive. Marcos Alonso, I think he's going to perform good. He's good performance he's going to give. Bellerin, I have my doubts, man. I really have my doubts. Not sure if he'll fit in quite enough. I'm a bit sad about Serginho, to be honest. Say again?
Would you have signed him?
I mean, you literally loaned out Serginho Dest. You have Sergio Roberto. You need him. So
would you rather kept Dest than loan
I mean, we'll see. Xavi, I respect Xavi's decision, and I obviously trust it, and I back it. So I want to see Bellerin. I want to see him. I have my doubts. Maybe he can turn these doubts around, and And that's what opinion in football is all about. We can all have our respectful doubts. Like I know a lot of people are killing Marcos Alonso. Oh, he's too slow. Blah blah blah. Xavi out, man. Stop the madness. Same with Ferran Torres. Stop the madness. Let's support the team. These people are young. They haven't even been here for a year. Like Ferran Torres hasn't even played a year. He's been injured through the preseason. Guys, relax. Calma Kounde, calma Alonso, calma Bellerin, calma everybody. Okay. So let them play. I think Xavi can revive any player. He revived Sergi Roberto so far. I'm mentioning the most polemic players here.
Only 5 games so far, but it looks good.
Sergi Roberto,
I think Roberto would have came in handy last season too if he wasn't injured so much. I think with him, I think he was out from January until the end of the season. He didn't play. I think we could have saw him more, but now we're seeing him with the preseason with Xavi. We all know that there's a reason why Xavi wanted to renew him, right? If it was up to the board, he was gone. Remember, his contract expired. So
right, yeah, his contract expired, but
yeah, so it was Xavi the one pushing him. So we'll talk about Roberto actually. So I think overall the 7 signs for Barcelona, they all come in handy. They all have their task, and I think you and I can both agree that we're all happy with each signing. They all have their positives, and some have their negatives too. But the reality is, it's everything that Xavi asked for besides Bellerin. So we'll have to back it. But of course, besides the 7 transfers, there were 2 renewals during the summer. The first one, Sergi Roberto, 1-year contract. Again, we got to probably talk to him soon too. So what do you think about Roberto's renewal? Would you have renewed him, or would you have let him go? Or would you have left it up to Xavi?
I mean, obviously up to Xavi, 100%. And this is a Xavi decision right there. Let me tell you, this is a Xavi decision. Guys, Laporta, Xavi, Mateu Alemany, they talked and they said, look, listen, we need to invest this amount of money. Well, let's get a proper center forward that can give us tons of goals. Let's get wingers. Look at the right backs in the market. Maybe there's none that we can get and that we can be sure about for the next 5 years. Maybe we have to wait a little bit. Sergio Roberto has been in Barcelona for years. He knows the system. He knows the system that Xavi wants to play in. He's also good in the midfield. He is a midfielder. In fact, he's not a right back. He's a midfielder.
Yeah.
So he can add himself to the midfield.
We'll see. I think again, he knows this. He knows the city. He knows the club. He's been here forever. I think Xavi just wanted someone who knew his style, who he knows as well. Because you just can't have all new players, all youngsters, right? You need some experience in there. If you just get rid of all the captains today, I think it wouldn't be a good idea. Let's say we, terminate all 4, they all walk away today. I think it's a bad idea. You have to have some experience, some people who became champions in Barcelona, legends of the club, to show you the experience and teach you the new players as well.
Correct. I wouldn't terminate players. Obviously, Sergio Roberto is a different case because his contract expired.
Yeah.
But anyways.
So we'll see. I think we all agree that he's going to be a good asset for Xavi. Quickly, the next one, of course, was Ousmane Dembele. I looked at the last video too. You and I were very, very mad. This is at the point when he was asking for a lot of money. He was not going to renew. His contract expired a week later. He called Laporta and said, look, give me the contract. I'll sign it. Don't tell my agent. He was speaking over the past few days as well with Mundo Deportivo and Sport. It's, again, this summer we have to talk to him again because this summer he'll be going into the final year. The club had to make a decision this summer. What do you think was going to happen this summer? You think Dembele will ask for more money? You think it all depends on how he plays in the season?
For sure, he's going to ask for more money. That's the strategy of the agent. I mean, sign a short contract. Barcelona cannot give more money to Dembele now. Sign a short contract. We'll renegotiate in the future. He wants to stay. Apparently today he gave an interview, a few interviews to Sport, to Mundo Deportivo, Dembele, and he says that he wanted to stay throughout the whole summer. Yeah, but to be honest, I don't really trust him because your agent should be an extension of yourself. If you say I want to stay, then you negotiate the renewal. But you don't not answer the phone, wait until the last second. And if you want this to stay, why would you wait until the last second? Why would you not answer the replies of
Alemany? I think Alemany came out last few games of the season. You know how he always talks sometimes before the game. He came out saying, like, look, I haven't heard from Dembele in like a month. We'll wait and see. Exactly. Same thing. Of course, there's going to be lies. He's not going to say, oh, yeah, I wanted more money, but in the end, I decide to stay, right? He's going to, say, I've always wanted to stay. Which I do think is true. Exactly, I think he always wanted to stay. but of course he wanted the bag,
He
right?
wanted more
That's the
money. He
reality.
wanted more money. Things turned around on him through many clubs, even Chelsea, etc., etc. At the end of the day, guys, this agent is a disaster. The agent of Ousmane Dembele is just disastrous. He doesn't know how to negotiate. He doesn't know how to keep a reputation for his client, which is Dembele.
Yeah.
Dembele's reputation was on the floor. Now he can win it a little bit, but wait a few months until until the contract extension starts being talked about.
Yeah.
Things are going to turn around for sure. The agent is a disaster. He should change his agent immediately, and things could be flowing nicely. Yeah.
We'll see. I think prepare
It's
yourself
probably
for
his
another
friend.
Dembele saga this summer for sure.
Yeah,
But I think hopefully the club this time they'll be more quick, not more quick, but they'll come to a conclusion before the season starts. Yes, renew, no
Right.
renew. Don't put it till January, all this stuff again. So we'll wait and see with Ousmane, but I think again he's having a good start to the season. Let's hope he can bounce on and maybe renew his contract in the summer. Now that's all the signings. Of course, there were a lot of exits, loans, termination. We're gonna go through them quickly. I want to touch upon only a few, get some more comments, but quickly. 30 seconds a minute, just quick thoughts. I want to fly through it. So first one is Coutinho and Jukla, of course. Coutinho we already talked about. I want to talk about Jukla quickly. Would you have kept him? A lot of people saying now, oh, Belgium league, stuff like that. I'm thinking, look, man, it's his Belgium league. He's scoring goals, good for him. But the reality is,
I mean, dude,
we had. Keep in mind, at this time when we sold them, we had Memphis. We were gonna sign Lewandowski, and we had Aubameyang. 3 strikers ahead of him. There was no chance. And I think the money we got for him, I think it was a bit cheap, but although we still got something, I think it was the 5 million plus a few variables. So I think it was good.
Yeah. So you look, I understand people see these videos on social media and they're like, "Oh, Jugla scoring goals!" Oh,
yeah.
Look, this is the Belgium league. I'm not expecting Jugla to not score any goals in the Belgium league. I'm expecting him to score goals in the Belgium league. He's a Barca player. He's played with the best players in the world. There's no point of discussing. I mean, Jugla, thank you.
He only came for 1 year. I think the problem is people think he's been at La Masia for years. He came through juvenile age. If that was the case, okay, you can talk about it. But he signed from Espanyol B to Barca B, came for 1 year and left. It's not
and there was no space. There was no strikers in Barcelona, the first team. That's why they promoted him. Mm-hmm. He scored a couple goals here and there in a disastrous season for Barca. Guys, if Jugla was the backup of Lewandowski, you're gonna start.
I'll cry.
Finito, start crying, man, because you can turn off the TV.
Yeah.
Lewandowski gets injured and you see Jugla coming on. Bro, believe me, you will be saying, Xavi out, Laporta out, everybody out. And now you see a goal from him. Oh, why did we sell Jugla? Man, it makes no sense.
We'll see how he does. Maybe we can bring him back in the future.
Stop the madness.
Coutinho, by the way, thank you, Steven Gerrard. He's about to get sacked, and he took Coutinho. Now Coutinho's thinking at Aston Villa. Thank you for the money for Coutinho. We got lucky there. Of course, that connection, the loan, helped us a lot. Let's go through more exits. Dani Alves. Would you have, quickly on Dani Alves, we were talking about him too. With Bellerin now coming in, would you have rather kept Dani Alves or Bellerin? Right now, of course, we will talk about it at the end of the season again. But right now, if you were to choose Bellerin or Dani Alves.
Keep Bellerin. Dani Alves can't keep up. We saw it. He's good at making passes, vision, and whatever. You put a sprint. Dani Alves on the sprint, going nowhere.
1v1, he's dead.
So makes no sense.
I think that's the reality.
I think legend of the club, all of this. But see him sprint, he's done, bro.
I think the story of him coming back was good too.
He's a fullback, he's not
midfield or anything. Yeah,
he needs to be running. He can't run, therefore done. No discussion on him.
Yeah, I agree. The next exits, of course, were both the lone ones of Luke and Adama. We talked about them quickly too.
It seems like they're all dead woods, bro. With all the respects, Luke De Jong, he gained my respects.
Luke the Daddy.
We killed him. Luke the Daddy. Luke the Goat. Luke the Goat.
Yeah.
He started being Luke the Tronc. Tronc in Catalan means wood. So it was Luke the Wood, but Luke the Young, instead of the Young, you said Tronc. So Luke the Tronc. And people were like, ha, ha, ha. Well, gained my respects, legend of a guy. Maybe he even could have stayed, as a backup, last minute.
Like I said in the last video, I think maybe as a third striker, cheap, why not? But he had other plans. Xavi had other plans. The club had other plans. I think with Adama, same thing. He was too expensive. You add extra 10 million on Adama's price, you get Raphinha, who's 100 times better. So I think they both came in. did their job. We always remember them, and that's the reality. Next exits were Raymond for free, Lenglet on loan. Hopefully, Lenglet plays more for Tottenham. That way, they can buy him. Of course, Raymond permanent. Adios, amigo. Did nothing. Barca B. Who's a 25-year-old striker who plays for Barca B? I mean, whatever.
We'll,
Same with
we'll still
Lenglet.
we'll still see a goal from Rayman on Twitter or on social media. People
Oh,
are,
we should have kept him.
oh, Rayman, we should have kept him, man. Oh my god, man. Disaster.
I don't even think he scored yet for Watford. But Lenglet, he played
Whatever.
90 minutes, I think, the other day with Tottenham. Hopefully, he can impress Conte and they can buy him. I think him coming back is a problem. We'll talk about that later on as well. Next update, again, Wage, same as Raymond adios. I feel so bad for him for his big injury. Trincao, the Sporting. Hopefully, Sporting buy him. I think they have very big options to purchase him. I think depending on games he play, I think the option to buy him is very cheap. Barcelona have buyback option as well. I think again with our wingers, we have very good departure for him. I'm sure you agree as well. I want to talk about this quickly. Mengueta and Ricky Puig. So far, Mengueta at Celta Vigo not doing too well. They both, of course, left as free agents. Barcelona have buyback clause and percent future sale. Ricky Puig, same story as Jukla. We're seeing now in the MLS. Oh, through balls, oh, golassos, all this stuff. But again, it's the MLS. Yeah, he can go there and develop. If he does this in the Spanish league, then okay. He had offers from Spain, but he chose to go to MLS.
Why to do this?
To do this,
he
to
can,
look
he can
good.
play there. He can play in La Liga. They destroy him. Here in MLS, perfect. He can exhibit and he can become the star that he wants to be. Credits to him. Credits to Ricky Puig. But again, all these comments, all the stuff, guys. You want to put Ricky Puig ahead of Frenkie de Jong, ahead of Pedri, ahead of Gavi?
I think I was very hopeful for Ricky Puig when Xavi came in, but if Valverde did not play you, Setien,
I wasn't. I even
Coleman.
tweeted about it. I even tweeted about it when everybody was going towards, oh, Ricky Puig is gonna explode with Xavi. I said the opposite. Everybody killed me. Even some dude came onto my Twitter and replied to me. He was 10K on Twitter. On Twitter, I know on YouTube I have followers, but on Twitter I have 3K. He replied to me saying, "Oh no, Ricky Puig is gonna explode. Friends with Xavi, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
True. He got exposed with the time. Got exposed, and his comment got hundreds of likes. How many more than mine?
I was on the same boat. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I was the same thing. I said, look, Xavi's coming in. This is your chance. If you play with Xavi, you play well. Okay, stay. If you don't play, you have to go alone or leave, and that's what happened. So we'll see what happens with him. I'd love to see him back in Spain, but he's now balling in MLS few days. So wait and see how he does. Again, Mengueta. He had a few good minutes with Coleman, but when Coleman left, he did not play.
Worthless player.
Next player, so Neto left for free. Thank God. Adios, amigo. Nico. Now we're looking back. Pjanic is leaving. We have no backup for Busquets. You think the Nico loan was maybe a bit too rushed? Because it was like, I think Monday he asked to leave Xavi. Xavi said yes. Then Wednesday he was in Valencia. You think it maybe was a bit too quick? We rushed it a bit too much?
Yeah, but the transfer market was limited.
Moving?
The transfer market was limited. At that point, we didn't have the offer for Pjanic.
Yeah,
it was the right move. Now you have the offer for Pjanic. Pjanic has a tremendous wage. I think it's 13 million euro. An offer comes for Pjanic, man. You selling the man. Even I think there's gonna be a transfer fee of like few million.
3 million. Oh, I'm praying, man. If we let him go for free, okay, I'm so happy. But 3 million transfer fee, madre mia, we'll take that every single day.
You have to take it.
Yeah. I said in my video, no loan for Pjanic. Sell him or keep him. That's what I said.
Complete sell.
Yeah.
And be happy. And next year, Nico's gonna come back. He's gonna get a ton of minutes in Valencia. He's gonna come back even better, and he's gonna be one of these loanies that actually comes back.
Yeah, we'll talk about those. I want to talk about those loanies at the end, but we all know about Nico. Next two loanies, Collado, same thing as Nico. Go get some minutes. Happy with that. But Titi, man, no more barbecues. What happened?
Titi, you know what? There is a story on Instagram story that he made one time. And he was making barbecue. Barca was like, I don't know, we were concentrated in a hotel going to play, and this guy was at home making barbecue. And he actually shared it on Instagram. He's like there with his friends, making barbecue. And since then I said, this guy is he's just making barbecues like, like, I don't know, he could be supporting the team. Barbecue, getting incredible amounts of money. he doesn't want to. He didn't want to leave the club until he saw that there was zero chance that he could play.
Remember, one game last season, 190 minutes against Osasuna.
Yeah,
That's it.
and Lecce, good for him, man. Honestly, thank God we even negotiated that we don't have to pay a part of his salary. So that's a bless.
Mhm.
Titi was gonna get 0 minutes this season with
Mhm.
all
And
these
also now
arrivals.
we have the option to terminate his contract next summer. So hopefully this is the end of Umtiti here. I think if even if we had to pay him to go alone, I think we would have done it. But now Lecce are paying, I think 10% of his wages, but also more money on how much he plays. He hasn't played yet, but the Lecce
He'll
manager
play.
said a
He'll
few days
play.
ago he needs some fitness training, then he'll come play no problem. So Sian Samu again, Collado, it's a good loan move for him as well. Two deadline day exits, Aubameyang and Braithwaite. First of all, Braithwaite, adios, man. He's gonna get booed and whistled when he comes back. In the Espanyol jersey at the Camp Nou, he's done. He
I
will
mean,
get
I
whistled
think
every touch.
this guy. It is clear he doesn't care at all about Barca. Nothing. He
Mercenary.
doesn't. He doesn't get
Wait,
anything.
he doesn't care about the
Anything.
club, but he cares about the city.
Not even, man. Not even. He cares about him staying in the city. Yes,
Yeah.
but you can clearly see this guy doesn't care about anything. He rejected offers to Mallorca, etc. Dude,
We had money offers from the Premier League. I think Brighton, I think Valencia, they all offer transfer fees, 5 million to Barcelona, something like that. But the player said no because, I love the city, my family's here, blah blah blah.
look, I could take that if he was going to Girona. Girona and Barca
Girona, yeah,
are
no
like
problem.
brothers. Girona and Barca are like brothers.
Yeah.
You go to Espanyol, man. These people they hate us in such a way. They have a stadium outside the city as well. So, man, you're gonna have to take a car ride to the stadium. But anyway, maybe consider that there's half an hour ride to Cornellà, which is not Barcelona.
Yeah.
They call themselves Español de Barcelona. Well, Español de Cornellà, and they're owned by a Chinese investment group,
Yeah.
or a Chinese owner. So imagine it's like Cornellà owned by a Chinese, and now they have Braithwaite. So this team has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. In
Me
terms of
too.
Aubameyang, splendid
I think
6
Dembele, he
months.
mentioned in his interview yesterday with Mundo Deportivo saying, Aubameyang, he wanted to play, and this came as a good opportunity. It was good for Aubameyang, good for Chelsea, good for Barcelona. So it all worked out. For me, I'm a bit disappointed about the fee. I thought we maybe get 15, 20, not the
It's all
12
right.
that we got.
No, we got 12, 14, and Marcos Alonso in the
Yeah.
mix. So I'm happy, man. I think we got around 20 million in total for
Value,
him,
yeah. Yeah.
value.
Mhm.
So tremendous. He
And his
came
wages,
for
200,000 euros off
yeah
the wage bill.
he came for free on a wage for the 6 months of 2 million euro. He was gonna get 18 million euro this season, so it's basically the salary that they agreed,
From
and the
Arsenal, yeah.
compensation from last season, not from Arsenal. Actually, Barcelona was gonna pay that,
No,
and
but the wages from Arsenal. So the way they determined his contract was he
yeah,
wanted the exact same wages. So Barcelona, they divided it, small one now for January to register him, then big one next summer because that's
right,
what we.
they agreed
Yeah.
on that, right? So like right now, if we want to sign you, you have to play 6 months. We're gonna pay you this much, nothing, pretty much 2 million euro.
Mhm.
Instead, on the other side, man, this guy 11 goals, including a brace in El Clásico, spectacular. And then you sell the player for whatever,
Yeah.
however money you wanna say, 12, 14 million euro plus Marcos Alonso. This guy
Mhm.
came in for free. You paid him 2 million euros, scored 11 goals, and a brace in El Clásico, including a
Help
brace
you
in El
get Champions
Clásico.
League, help you get
Bro,
top four too.
Aubameyang is a legend of the club. Instead,
Legend.
Braithwaite destroyed his reputation.
Also on Braithwaite, I want to add. I'm very happy that we terminated his contract for very cheap. I think the rumors at the beginning were 2 million because he was going to earn for the next 2 years at Barcelona 10 million, around 8 to 10, depending on bonus and stuff like that. So we're going to terminate it for 2, which I thought was very good. But apparently now we're hearing it's only termination for 400,000 euros, 150,000 euros, which I think is again
Dude,
another
look,
Aleman masterclass.
no, I'll tell you what's going on. Look, all these numbers, salaries, transfer fees, guys, all of this is confidential information. It's all confidential information. A lot of salaries, a lot of transfer fees that we think are these ones, they're probably not. They're probably very different in many ways. So because it's confidential, guys, not all the journalists have this information and they speculate. maybe they have a little bit hints, so they speculate. And then if one says, "Oh, it's 50 million euros," then it's 50 million euros until somebody says
Different.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, guys, it's all confidential. If you go to a website and write Dembele salary, dude, that's probably gonna be wrong.
They're all
It's,
all the websites are all different
it's
too.
all wrong. It's all wrong. They don't even know if it's gross or net. Like, it's all confidential information that 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 the club is not gonna unveil. It's illegal to unveil the contract. You saw what happened when they unveiled Messi's contract, man. Everybody was going crazy. You
Bombasto,
know,
yeah.
yeah, and they even sued Bartomeu and everybody involved, for that,
Mm-hmm.
because it's illegal. You can speculate about the amounts, because nobody can stop you about speculating, but it's all. We don't know if it's 400,000 that Braithwaite got. We don't know if it's 10 to 14 million euro that we got for Aubameyang. We don't know the exact number,
Yeah. But I
so
think the
we can
reality is
speculate.
just his exit is just brilliant from the board to get him out of here. Again, last day, a bit annoying. We could have done it, If you told me to send him to Espanyol back in June, I would have said yes. But he's gone now. That's all that matters. And Aubameyang, of course, icon for Barcelona. We wish him all the best at Chelsea. I think the last two exits on deadline day were Dest and Abdi. We talked about Dest already. Abdi, quick minutes for him. Same with Collado. Go out there, develop. He'll come back. He renewed his contract before he left for 3 years. Of course, Nico, I think, did 1 year. Collado did 1 year, but Abdi did 3 years. That shows how Barcelona trusts
It's
him.
good.
So,
Yeah, he's gonna get a ton of minutes in Osasuna. It's the right
yeah.
club for him. It's the
Yeah.
right club for him. We,
Yeah.
we can sell this guy for 20 million in the future if he develops in the way he is right now.
Yeah.
He does need to take a few classes, because, man, you see him speak. This guy is like from the hood, next level hood.
Oh,
Like the underground hood. Like, this guy can't even speak. He can't even add 5+5. But we don't need him to add 5+5. We need him to play football. Therefore, good. But it'd be great if he can speak a little bit better. So this, maybe he can develop there. Hopefully,
We'll
they
see.
buy him out. Yeah.
I'll talk about Des afterwards quickly, but on Pjanic as well, this is the final exit. It's supposed to be happening in the next 24 hours. He's on the plane right now to UAE. I think this is brilliant for Barcelona. The plan was that Xavi wanted to keep him, but if the offer came in, you accept it. No loan. I think the board and Xavi would rather keep him than loan him. Offer comes in, good for Pjanic, good for Barcelona. We're getting a transfer fee as well. Like, look at all the players we talked about. They're all free, all loan. Some money coming in, I think, is fantastic. And like you said, his reported wages around 13 million euros per season. And then off the wage bill, we can renew Gavi, register Araujo's renewal. I think it's a win-win. I think you agree with that too. Now, of course, that concludes the summer for Barcelona. This is what this squad looks like on the screen. Of course, if you take out Pjanic, you can put in Pablo Torre. You can consider it like that. You can put Frankie de Jong there, whatever. I think the 6 midfielders for Barcelona will be Pedri, Gavi, Frankie Kessie, Busi, and Pablo Torre for next season. What do you think about the squad overall on a 1 to 10 scale?
We have a super team, that's for sure. Now let's make it work. I trust in Xavi. I think he can do it. We need to be patient. Same thing happened when Xavi came in. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a crazy." Well, you saw what happened. We started good, but then we deflated. I think now with these incorporations, we need to keep the level, and I think we're doing it. But there are other teams that are completed, that are working. Madrid is working. They have a already done team. They don't really need to sell. They sold Casemiro because the offer was incredible. But they signed too many, and they didn't even think about selling Casemiro before the offer arrived. Obviously, when an offer arrives like this, then you need to sell. Madrid sells well. It's a thing that Barcelona need to learn from. And right now with Mateu, etc., we're doing a better job. The team has very good players in each position, and we double the positions. Something critical for this year's for this kind of football that we're playing now. How many games we're playing? 60 games per season.
World Cup as well.
World Cup. It's literally like 3 games per day. I mean, not 3 games, not 3 games per day.
A week, yeah.
It could be 2-3 games a week.
Like, look at this week. We play Victoria Pleasant Wednesday. We're supposed to play in La Liga on Sunday because we play Champions League Wednesday, supposed to play Sunday. But Javier Tebas, our friend, put us afternoon in Saturday against Cadiz, which is ridiculous. So stuff like this is going to happen. I think the squad, that's very, very important. Like Xavi said, the plan was come finish the summer, have 2 players in each position, and I think he's mastered that. I think the pie for Lewandowski good. Ansu, Ferran all compete with each other. The back defense has competition. I think you could say the midfield is a bit light, but then you can have players coming through from La Masia, which is no problem too. Then there still is the January window as well. So I think you and I can both agree this is probably the best case scenario that came out from the summer. I think if you told us this, we'd celebrate, we'd have a barbecue with Umtiti, and we'll call it a day. We'll call it a day.
Yeah. I hope
Two more things I want to talk about before we end the live stream. First of all, I want to talk about the loans quickly. Again, this for me is a problem because you have almost 9 players on loan, and they're all going to come back next summer. Right now, of course, the Dest, you can still buy him AC Milan. Umtiti can terminate his contract. Tottenham can buy Lenglet. Are you worried, like I am, about all of these loans coming back next summer at once? And us,
Nah, not really. Not stressed out. We can always give them away for free. So, except Griezmann, I've talked about it on my channel about Griezmann. They're gonna play him. You'll see. The season is very long. Atletico Madrid needs to meet its goals.
He only needs 12 games, I think, too, something like that.
They will play him. You will see.
Yeah.
In terms of the rest, I'm not bothered. Low earners. Umtiti has a clear. He has no space in Barcelona. He's gonna want to stay there in Lecce, and he'll terminate his contract surely. In terms of Trincao, I think he has good market value. The rest are La Masia players and Lenglet. You can sell him as well for I don't know, 15 million euros. So
10 million, something like that.
Yeah,
let's hope so. I think when they all come back at once, the club is gonna maybe panic a bit because of course when they come back at once,
because they already have planned for it. They're gonna have the whole season to plan for these arrivals, for these returns. It's not gonna be like, oh, we have all of this, what do we do? No, they're gonna plan everything throughout the season. You have a whole season now. So
let's hope so. Yeah.
I think I'm not worried at all. Look at the cleanup that we made, and look at the arrivals.
Yeah,
these players are not gonna come. They're not gonna come try to boycott the club. It's not gonna happen.
All right. So the last thing I want to talk about before we end the live stream is our season prediction. Of course, last year I got it right. You unfortunately did not get it. I think last year you said we'll win 1 trophy. You don't know which one it was. I said no trophies. What do you think about this season? I need official prediction.
Well, I think we can manage La Liga. We can manage La Liga. If we manage La Liga, we can possibly manage Copa del Rey. And
what would you consider maybe like a failure of a season? You think if we only win the Super Cup, failure? Obviously, we win nothing, it's a big failure. But for me, like
right now, yeah. Go on.
For me, I would say you have to win at least 2. So like if you just win La Liga, okay. You just win Champions League, okay. But if you want to win the Copa del Rey, you have to win the Super Cup too. Just a Copa del Rey for me, win that.
It's very easy. With this team, we can win everything.
We can, yeah.
We can win everything. I believe that we are contenders for the Champions League. La Liga, I think we're going to do it. Madrid is too dependent on Benzema. By the way, he just left the pitch injured. We'll see if it's serious or not. And we're serious contenders because we have a very good team and we have replacements in the team. So it's not like 1-11, not one starting 11. We actually have many options. That's why I think that we can compete for everything. Realistically, what can we win? Well, I believe that we can win La Liga, Copa del Rey, the Super Cup. Maybe Champions League is a little bit too much for this year. But
what do you say the minimum is the Champions League? Quarterfinals? I think for me, the minimum is to get
We'll see. But mark my words. Lewandowski is going to win the Ballon d'Or with Barcelona.
Oh, yeah. For me, I think the club will win 1 trophy, at least 1 trophy this season, but maximum 2. I think I cannot see us winning more than 2. If we did, then I'm celebrating. I'm gonna fly Umtiti here to Canada. We're gonna have a barbecue together. But for me, minimum quarterfinals in the Champions League. Then out of the 3 Spanish trophies, I think we'll win 1, maximum 2. I can't see us winning all 3 because I think there's gonna be good competition. So we'll see. I think the main objective for Barcelona is La Liga. 3 years now we haven't won it. That's the main goal. I think that plus quarterfinals Champions League for the extra money, the revenue, more importantly. But I almost hit my microphone. But we'll see. We're gonna end the live stream here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash the like, subscribe down below. Finally, Alex, how would you rate the transfer window for Barcelona? Altogether,
it's
1 to 10.
Historic.
Because Xavi said, from excellent to okay, it's in the middle. He said. which I thought was a bit of
To
a
me,
shock.
is a historic transfer
Yeah.
market. Obviously,
Shout
Xavi
out these
cannot.
two.
Yeah, shout out to these two. Historic transfer market, and we move, man. We move. Barcelona is great. Has always been great. We've all been through the worst. Now let's get back on top.
Let's
Let's
celebrate
get
the
back
good
on.
memories again. Yeah, I think the work that
Exactly.
the board have done this window is second to none. If you told us this at the beginning, we'd be laughing at you thinking you're crazy. I think more importantly, the departures were astounding. You know, Ricky Puig, Mingueza, Dest, Neto, Nico, all these important exits that we did need to bring the players in. I think that was probably the highlight for me. But overall, I think we're both very happy. I would say 9 out of 10 window for me, and I think maybe you agree too. And of course, we gave our predictions for La Liga. And we're going to end the live stream here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Again, make sure you smash the like, subscribe down below. Check out Alex. His link is in the description. It's in the title, too. You can just click his name. You probably know him anyways. But we'll move on. We'll see how the season goes. We'll probably be back in January for another recap of that window, too, because that's going to be big as well. We're probably going to go for a right back, maybe a midfielder. Obviously, for Barcelona, windows now are already always crazy. Any last words you want to say?
Oh, thank you for inviting me, and man, tighten your seatbelts, guys. Tighten your seatbelts because things are coming. Things are gonna happen. Huh? Real Romero. Now we need the things happening on the
On the
field, as I
pitch.
said.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen. I believe
Now
it's
it's all
gonna
about to
happen, and go on, guys. All the best for everybody. Make sure to smash the likes. Obviously, if you want, you can check me out. I have a community there. And thank you, Barca Boy, for inviting me again, man. It's a pleasure to talk to
Always,
you.
always good to have you
Always.
here. All right, guys, take care. We're gonna end it here. Back the team, trust them, let Xavi work, let the players work as well. This season will be successful. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Always, Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya, and we'll see you in the next one.